gotta be super careful out here. I mean, super careful. In some ways, this is more dangerous than the city, because I'm farther away from things I can use to protect myself. Because it's not just the zombies that are at 150% movement speed. Angry Moose. 150% health and 150% movement speed. That's what I'm looking for. Good thing I'm not playing Magicalism. Love to have an owlbear or a troll come at me with these conditions. So I'm a little hesitant to get out of my vehicle and go strolling down there because there's no houses. I don't have my normal things I use to survive this kind of a situation. I won't be able to outrun anything, and they'll just chase me down. It'll be fight or die. So I'm not going to take that one. That one's too much of an unknown. It's not worth the risk. So let's pivot and drive. And I'd like to be farther away from the city and that lab. Risk management. Alright, decision time. Let's go east first. More endpoints in a close proximity. If that doesn't pan out, more east or come back to the west. We'll see what happens. Oh, is that just poop? What the hell? What am I looking at? Is that pigs? Wild boar? We have wild boar now? Manure. Rotten. Cold. Manure. Fresh. Cold. Where's the manure fresh hot? Huh. Alright. I guess that's a pretty good food source. I wonder how hostile they are. I'm assuming they would be somewhat dangerous in a pack like that. I've never seen any before. That's apparently brand new, so I don't know if they're dangerous or not. I'm not worried about pig meat right now. Oh, luxury RV out in the middle of nowhere. That has some opportunities. Take a look. This, I think we're okay with me hopping out and looking at. Alright, let's hop in the front. Apparently I was wrong. Come on. Oh, man. You gotta be kidding me. There's more diesel for us, and no controls, so we can't drive it. Got some diesel. It's got a full rechargeable storage battery. It has no water in the tank. That's the other thing I was curious about, but apparently it drained all the water out. Tank is damaged. Got the other accoutrement for comfortable living. We got a pillow. Oh yeah, I forgot to grab a blanket and pillow. That's actually really important. I don't have a blanket or a pillow, and I didn't unload all that crap from my inventory. Well, that was pretty damn silly of me. Somebody's banging on my car. Animals do not bang on vehicles, so that's got to be a zombie. I'm going to go back in and wield the pillow, so I don't have to come back here again. That way we can fight it. Whatever that is, it sure is pesky. They don't usually hit vehicles that often. I don't know what's back there. I don't care. I'm not going to even look. Too dangerous to even get out and look. I don't need the gas, although we will mark the RV. Lux RV with gas. And other stuff I might come back for later. If I need a kitchen unit or something. Alright, whatever's following me. I guess I am curious. Let's take a look now that I'm on the move. Either I have a zombie trapped in the back of the security van, which would be weird. I don't think the worms couldn't have gotten through the cement, the pavement. Let's get a little further away. Maybe somehow I missed it when I did that quick turn. But what was hitting my van? And where is it? Generally, it's only zombies that can do that, but there is nothing on my screen. Now, while I'm driving... Oh, I bet you I have a hitchhiker. I'll bet you anything that when I was turning diagonally back and forth, a zombie hitchhiked into the rear of the security van. And while I drive, he's not allowed to move. So he doesn't get any action. But as soon as I stop, he starts banging on the exterior. That's what's happened. I have a hitchhiker in the back of the security van. Hey, Duster! Thanks much for the sub. So we have a friend in the back. I could let him out. I could shoot him with my shotgun or something. I don't want to take him with me wherever I'm gonna end up. I'd rather get rid of him sooner rather than later. If I stay turned diagonally, he'll be able to get out. Maybe I'll just do that. I'll stay turned diagonally. Let's see. Come on. Got lots of options. Get out of my car. I won't know I'm successful until I actually see him. Well, I think he's still in there. I might have to get out and force the issue. It'll probably be not a predator, but it'll be something I really don't want to deal with. Alright, he's just going to keep banging around back there. Let's let go of the controls. I'm going to leave the lights on. I'm going to leave the engine running. I'll step out. There he is. Hey, zombie! Get out of my vehicle! I don't want to shotgun him. I'd rather him just follow me. Let's see. Because of my vehicle orientation, if I hop back in, he's either going to hit me or he's going to hop back through a diagonal. If I need to lose him, if I lose him by running into the light, though, I'm going to highlight myself to anything else in the area. I think I'll just lead him away, and then I'll sprint past him and back. He might get a hit on me, especially if we're moving through the rough terrain. But I'd rather do that. I'll have enough speed that I'll be able to pass him. I just need to make sure I get enough that I can hop in the driver's seat and then get moving before he gets to me. Alright, come on, you. Oh, and there we go. That's what I really feared. Multiple hitchhikers. It didn't occur to me till just now, but yeah, apparently we have more than one. Please tell me I can time this so that I can get moving. Reverse is fine, thanks. Until I hit that boulder. Alright, slow down. And get moving. So, I don't think that other one came out of nowhere. I think I picked up two hitchhikers that were trapped in the back of the vehicle. Alright, good times, good times. It was a fun little puzzle. I was like, what the hell? Where'd the zombies go? Alright, let's go north. We'll check this endpoint first. Not sure what I'm hoping for. One of the few times where certain types of farms would actually be... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I can't stop anywhere, so this is going to be a lab. I can't stop anywhere where there's gunfire. So there's the lab entrance. So, the one time I'm not happy to see a lab. I could get in. Let me think about this. I can get in this lab. Maybe. No. Check our other options first. Check the other option. Worry about it if nothing else pans up nearby. There are ways in, even though I don't have an ID card. Or anything else. I could get into there. We're gonna wait on that until we know it's the only option. I know better. I keep forgetting what this arrangement means. As soon as I see it, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, that's right. And it's gonna be something I don't think I want. My leaning is that I'm not gonna like what that is. But we gotta go down and check it. Oh, it's the hub. That's right. Now we remember. I have no interest in the hub. Let's go off through the field here. Maybe we'll get a lucky body sight. We did not. So, another farm type thing north of me. I'm going to wait on that. We got an endpoint here and here. Let's check these first, and then I'll decide whether we're going to back up again. Radio tower. Unfortunately, it's daytime. Be kind of tempted. It does have a building. Problem would be I would end up sleeping in the vehicle for safety. As soon as daylight hit, though, I could climb the tower to get the view advantage and see everything around me without having to worry about it. So it wouldn't be a terrible solution, as long as I don't have any temperature problems without a blanket. If I don't have a blanket, I never picked one up, I forgot, and or didn't have opportunity. Temperature is fairly mild here currently, so I don't think I'd have a problem. We're not tired yet. I might end up staying awake until dawn, actually. Just let time pass till dawn, then we get a good look around. Because we have binoculars, so we're going to see everything you can see on the map will light up, and a little bit further in every direction. So we'll see out to about, like, this range with the binoculars going to the top of this thing. And that would answer pretty much all my questions on where to go to hold up. So it might be best just to wait right here till sunlight comes up. I could even hop into the back part of the van, into the secure section. There's a seat back there I could sleep on as well. I don't like that choice only because then I can't just immediately start the car up and drive away. I don't think the toolbox has tree chopping capability. Oh, it does. It has tree cutting. Yeah, that was one of the options to get in. I couldn't remember if the toolbox had it or not, but worst case, I can build a crude axe with a little bit of skill, which we can get pretty easily. The other option was just to ram the vehicle into the wall. If I wasn't too interested in worrying about the vehicle condition, I could just ram the vehicle into the wall a few times. It takes a few because it's a double layer, so it's a little tricky, but it can be done. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna check this endpoint and maybe which farm this is. I think this is the exact same thing as this, giving the little similar setup here. But I'm gonna check this and then make a decision. So we know this up here is a lab. Guess I should specify old lab. So yeah, let's go check that other spot real quick, then we might just come back here and sleep. There's no inherent zombie spawns in a radio tower, so it should be a pretty quiet area for us to hang out for a while. Of course I hit the bush. Hit the bush! And it's a hazardous waste sarcophagus. Well, good and bad. We can get some pretty interesting gear in the front. We get the guaranteed ID card, but at the 25% drop rate, chances I'm going to pull something fun out of the entryway, or the radiation I'm going to absorb. Well, we might as well at least go check. No reason not to grab the ID card. That way, if I come across a bunker, we can at least take advantage of that. Yeah. Oh, I keep forgetting. I need to drop a bunch of stuff. Get rid of that, and I think that's it. Everything fit? Yep, everything fit. Still got 13 liters in that space. Alright, let's go get radiated. Come here, ID card. I needs you. Give me ID card. And, ooh, a leather jacket and a light jacket. I'll take both of those. Stop running. Activate headlamp. Alright, what do we got? Diazepam, a clean suit. And I'm not seeing anything on the shelves over there. I don't think I want to take the radiation for the chance of what's in the lockers. So, we're out of here. Nothing fun. Whoops. Didn't mean to turn the light, or have the light on when I came out. Alright, radiation 1. No radiation? How do I have no radiation? I have never gone in there and come back out again and not have at least irradiated. What do I got? Some super immune to radiation power? Or is this place no longer radioactive in some way? This is the first time I've ever run in to grab that ID card and checked that spot and come out without at least the irradiated message. Not even with a number at the end. Well, we'll take it. Alright, let's get out of here, just in case there is radiation and I'm just not being told. Which could be a very real thing. Alright, so with the choices I have, I think it's a better call just to go sit at the radio tower. Less dangerous, we'll get immediate note of all of our surroundings, and I can be able to make a more intelligent decision. So, let's go do that. And it'll take all of a few seconds just to do that if I just sit here and wait. Let's wait. I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, we're going to wait. We're going to crouch. That minimizes our exposure. Things would have to get directly adjacent to see me anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. If I were going to sleep into the daylight, it would have some effect, but not really going to do much in this circumstance. So we're just going to wait. I don't really have anything else I can do. We're still infected. We still got our took antibiotic tag that lasts 12 hours, so we should be good until around noon. We're only going to be here for till the sun comes up. I could slap some... Let's do that. I could slap some bandages and disinfectant on. Technically, I could hop into the back if it's sealed still all the way around, and I could safely read a book in there for a few hours. My concern just being that if we are detected or a wandering horde shows up, we could get trapped in there without the ability to drive away. I'm not in that big a hurry to save a few hours of reading. Maybe we could get half a level of that first aid 1, but that's not really enough to worry about or put myself in danger over. So I think I'm just going to wait it out. So we will, though, put some bandages. We got plenty of those. Bandage it all. And to reiterate that... What the hell? Really? Really? It's gotta be a zombie. Animals don't do that. What do you think the chances are I've got another hitchhiker? I had a third hitchhiker in the back. What are the chances that I picked up 3 hitchhikers in the back, sealed them in, and I only got 2 of them out earlier? Amigo? Nah, not Amigo. Well, let's get her started. Again. We'll do our little loop-de-loop. And we'll see if there's anything nearby. I think, if anywhere, it's probably in the van, though. The chances that a random zombie just happened to be out here is so small. I've got another hitchhiker. You've got to be kidding me. I can't believe there are 3 of them in there. Alright, let's do this. Let's make sure I'm parked in such a way that I can use the fence to my advantage. Well, actually, I don't want a zombie near this radio tower. Could go back to use the hazardous waste, but 90% of them I shouldn't have a problem dealing with. Alright, let's just drive down the road a bit. In my 3-wheeled security van. Should be good enough. This time we're going to turn off the headlights. And think I'll open the door and let him out this time as opposed to doing the... Now, the angle thing is better, actually. So let's get this thing at an angle so he can get out. See? That's the angle we need. I'm going to leave it running so I can just hop in and then immediately take off. So we'll let go of the controls. No, don't die from the moving vehicle. Damn it. Now I moved and the vehicle's driving without me in the driver's seat. Stop driving. Come on. You can do it. I used to know how this worked. Now let go of the controls. Alright, who's in my damn van? Who's in there? Yep, we got 3 hitchhikers in this sumbitch. Yeah, there. Who's in there? Zombie child. Come on. Get out. Wouldn't it be funny if they were just spawning in there? Wanderspawns is dropping zombies into the back of my vehicle because it's out of line of sight. I need to stay close enough that she orients on me due to the main sight and sound so that she doesn't head back to the running vehicle. So far, we're able to walk to stay ahead of her, so this should stay pretty easy. Well, there I screwed up. I let her get a little too close. Alright, let's go this way till I lose you. Please tell me you didn't hop back in. Guess I'll find out when we start driving. Is there a zombie child on the road behind me? There is. Alright, we've lost the zombie child. So I've discovered 1 hitchhiker into the back of my vehicle, and I'm like, well, that's fun and cool, given the circumstances. I stop, and 2 pop out. It doesn't occur to me to check for another one. And you guys didn't help any. Not one of you guys said, hey, Vorm, you might want to check. Make sure you don't have 7 hitchhikers back there. What good are you guys not dispensing the wisdom? And if somebody did dispense it, my apologies. I didn't see it. Alright, let's try this again. Stop driving. Shall we go look? Shall we go look? Alright, looks kind of empty in here finally. It smells a bit. Alright, crouch. Let's have some milk while we're not nauseous. We'll have a yogurt and a pizza and a couple of slugs of milk. There we go. We are full and slaked. So I was starting to talk about bandaging and disinfectant and how you want to use the consume menu. Don't activate and then go pick the item. Hit capital E, Shift E for the eat or consume menu. And when you bring this up, it allows you to stay on the option you've selected very quickly and easily reselecting it. So bandage. There, bandage there, bandage there. Antiseptic on all the parts. I think I'm missing one. Yeah, I'm missing one. I think it was that one. Yep. Alright, there we go. Much faster. You're having to bandage and disinfect all the parts or antiseptic all the parts. Eat menu. Don't activate, you eat. Alright, so we've got full set of bandages and disinfectant. Not much else we can do, really. I don't want to use painkillers right now. We can't sleep, it's too early. Reading is only mildly useful for the next couple hours, so I'm just going to go ahead and go. Why are you hearing underground turrets? Because there's labs. There's labs under you. Why do you assume there's no labs nearby? You must be new to this version of Cataclysm. There are now 2 types of labs. There are the labs that have, the old labs that you're familiar with, that have that exterior building you're familiar with that I just saw earlier. Then there is a new type of lab, loosely called mini lab, micro lab, new lab. People call it different things. But it's a newer version. It's a perfect square design, and it's either accessible via a building different from the one that you're used to. It's a different kind of a building. It still takes a key card to get in, but there's an elevator that takes you down into the main portion of the lab itself. Or It can be the same lab design, but there is no exterior building. There can only be access through the subway system. So you can still have labs under your feet without any obvious building above it. Or it could be what we have in the town in this playthrough, which is that central lab complex. There's no exterior up top building for that either. There's just a manhole cover that allows access. And it covers a huge area. They're gigantic. They're like 5 labs per level, and they can go down 10 levels deep. So basically, if you're not seeing a building up top of any kind, it's either a central lab complex or it's one of the newer versions of labs that just happens to not have the exterior access. It's got the subway only version. It's hilarious because they're the landscape of New England is apparently honeycombed with secret government research facilities. I mean, they're everywhere. You turn on the debug mode, you reveal the map, and then you go down a level, and you'll find like a dozen of them on every overworld map section. It's just hilarious how much of the New England real estate is taken up by underground secret research facilities. 1 hospital per overworld map if you're lucky, but about 15 secret government research facilities. So, there you go. Alright, so we've taken our meds, we've applied our bandaging, we're just going to pass time. There's really nothing else I want to do. I don't need to sort my gear. I really shouldn't be carrying this other stuff around, the jackets, but they're not important to sort right now. So let's just pass time, see what things look like. We're going to wait for dawn, wait for daylight. 3 hours and 45 minutes. Let's just make this go by quick. I want to see the light and hop up that radio tower so I can see what our options are. So we're still infected, still infected, still infected. We've had antibiotics in our system for 6 hours or so now. Still infected. The longer we're infected, the longer it's going to take us to go through the recovering from infection stage. So it's always a tense wait for eventual septic death by pus-filled, bloated body succumbs to the infection after 4 days of having this. That's always fun. Good times. Alright, we got daylight. We're going to stop crouching. No enemies nearby, of course. That's good. We are nauseous at the moment. That's fine. So we can't eat right now without tossing up the whatever we eat. So let's just hop out. There is a bobcat nearby. Don't come chew me up, bobcat. I don't want to know how fast you move. I have my binoculars, do I? I do. Alright, let's find the tower and see how our map looks. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll have a sniper rifle up here. That would be cool. One more. We got... What did we get? Oh, we got the trifecta. We got the M4 with 7 rounds. We got grenades. We got the radio. We got all the clothes. We got MREs, we got an ID card, a canteen of clean water. Okay, I wasn't expecting that level of generosity. That I wasn't expecting. And that does not feel like it's obeying the 25% item drop rate rule. I wonder how they have that coded, because that is not 25% drop rate. That's bog standard soldier drop rate. What do you think? Any of you coders currently paying attention that can answer, do you know for sure soldiers, the new soldiers and their item lists? This looks bog standard for a soldier drop on 1.0. I got the game world on 0.25, which the contents of the houses and all that are holding up, and the zombie drops are holding up. The zombies have less. But I don't know if this, because it's the random option for the radio tower loot at the top. There's like 6 variations. You can have a soldier like this. You can have the sniper rifle and a little bit of gear. You can have the telescope and the map. You can have nothing. I think there's one other one. I can't remember all of them. But there's 5 or so different variations. So I'm wondering if this is hard-coded because to just get around that 25% item drop rate thing for standard locations, Because those are totally randomized, whereas this is a preset from a select list of items. I bet that's what's going on. I bet this is a preset list as a possibility when you get to the top of the radio tower. And that's why it's not adhering to the 25% thing. No, I think the chances are just drawn up. It just says there's 5 versions, rolls the dice, you got this version. I don't think there's any change there. And then if you get the version with the soldier gear, you get the whole regular soldier package without it consulting the 25% item drop rate, probably. Something like that. Now, whether it should or not, I don't know. It's a pretty minor thing to chase down, but if somebody feels the desire to go check or thinks this is screwy for a super low drop rate to have an entire soldier gear set show up, more power to you. I didn't grab my carry capacity. We got another molly pack here. We can probably grab most of it with the molly pack. So we'll throw the molly pack on. We'll throw on the winter jacket and the winter pants. That'll give us plenty of carry space. Give me the M4. Give me the grenades. I guess I need a shovel at some point. Sure. I don't care. I'll take the combat knife. Take the MREs in the canteen. The ID card. I'm not taking the stoopy ballistic vesty sappy vest that everybody for some reason is all pissed off about. Whatever. You guys like your stupid heavy, stupid bad coverage ratings. Go for it. I think you're nuts, but whatever. And damaged combat boots and damaged knee pads. Chances I'm going to get any off of zombies with the drop rate are minimized. I think soldier body sights will still have the option. I have never once used a webbing belt. Never once. Plus it's damaged. I don't even know what it does. Is it activatable to hold things? I don't know offhand. I don't know what that thing does. I never bothered to even pick one up. So we're going to take the reading glasses, because I need a backup pair of glasses in case I take another hit on mine. But yeah, it's good that the the sniper scout at the top of the tower needs reading glasses. Yeah, not interested in the rest of it. We're good. Okay, down we go. That was a way better payout than I was expecting. It was probably the best one I could have gotten. Maybe the sniper rifle would have made me a little more excitable. Oh, nothing in here I care about. Chewing gum. Do I want the parts? Don't have... We got mobility, it's not important stuff. I'm not going to bother carting around the stuff just to make a brazier or something. We've got a good vehicle with good mobility. I do need to reorient and drop some stuff in the back, though. That front thing is getting pretty full. So, let's see. Keep all the drugs. Dump all the foods. And the backup stuff. We'll keep one grenade, just in case we need to execute a Gorman maneuver. And we got the M4 now, and the combat shotgun. Combat shotgun still going to be better for killing one thing and making sure it goes down. But until I get more ammo for the M4, I think we'll stick with the shotgun for short term. So that's all in. Then we're going to hop out and put on our leather backpack, grab up some more gear to transfer. AR and the Glock can go back there. These are mainly just for batteries. Back up. Got quite a few battery items. Oh, my milk's going old already. Alright, we'll do nothing but drink milk all day today to make sure we get it down before it goes bad. Assuming the nausea lets me. I'm gonna make it through all these? Yeah. We'll keep that up front. And the Kevlar Vest up front. We do all of the stuffs. Do I need the steak knife? I have a katana. I'm not sure I need the steak knife if I have a katana. I'll have to double check. Alright, then also ditch the damaged molly pack. And I'll keep the other molly with my leather backpack. Get rid of the winter pants. The regular pants. And wasn't I wearing the winter jacket? Okay, 12.57 out of 33. And we've got the torso. I think it's time to dump the ballistic vest in favor of the Kevlar. Keep the other. Go away, nausea. Alright. So yes, I am aware the Kevlar vest only has 85% coverage. And yes, I do gripe about coverage rates. There are reasons and differences, though. So the Kevlar vest is the same coverage as the Isapi vest, but it's only 6 pounds instead of, well, I think the Isapi's what, 20 with the plates? The comparison's a little different with the ballistic vest without the plates in it, so let me go grab it real quick and we'll reevaluate. Arm. Alright, comparison. Kevlar vest versus ballistic vest without the plates. Why are you now at the bottom? That's weird. Alright. So the ballistic vest, what's it come in at? It's just a tiny bit more than the Kevlar vest. We might be sticking with the ballistic vest then. So just a tiny bit heavier, but better protection value substantially. Only 1 point of encumbrance extra. Yeah, I think we'll be sticking with the ballistic vest. I don't mind the ballistic vest when it doesn't have the plates in it, but I don't think it's worth it when you got the plates in it. That 20 pounds just drives me nuts. And it's probably just me, because I'm always playing low-strength characters, so 15 extra pounds for protection I will never use or value. I just don't find any use for. So I'll take the 1818 at 85% over the Kevlar vest. The other difference to be careful about, though, is the position. The ballistic vest is an outer layer, where the Kevlar vest is an inner or torso. So you notice here it says close to skin versus outer. That's an important distinction depending on what else you're wearing, and stacked on negatives when you have multiple items on the same slot or same layer. So I could wear both and not incur a negative penalty. So I could have both of these on, and that would give me, what, 26, 34 protection for bash and cut. 85%, and it would have to check the hits for each as it passes through. As long as I'm willing to take the encumbrance, the extra encumbrance values. So, for example, right now, we've just got the Kevlar vest on, and I'm at 33 torso encumbrance. It's important because torso encumbrance directly affects your combat abilities in melee. My attack rolls are going to be harder because I'm taking a negative 33%. It's a 1-to-1 number. So my attack rolls are going to be tougher. Now, there are other things that are giving me bonuses, like my skills, my unarmed combat, melee combat. Those can offset these negatives, which is why as you skill up, you have a little more room for higher torso encumbrance. But this encumbrance is very important for melee combat, which is kind of what we are. So melee attack rolls are worse, dodge skill goes down because of the high encumbrance. Swimming points I could care less about, and thrown attacks I could care less about, but melee attacks cost more movement points. So torso encumbrance is the main thing to worry about when you're getting into melee combat. The other one is arms, because it also affects the stamina cost of melee attacks. So if you have high arm encumbrance, you can wear yourself out pretty damn quick if you're swinging heavy weapons, so be cautious of those. But torso is where most people get in trouble, because they're stacking on all these backpacks and armor pieces and so on. So it's a consideration, but if I'm willing to take those negatives for the protection value, the thing I have a really, really hard time explaining to people is you only need so much protection, and then you're immune to 99% of the damage you're going to receive in your run. So 12-12 is the number I try to achieve for the least encumbrance and the least weight possible. I try to get to 12-12 bash cut protection and have the least amount of weight, least amount of encumbrance, and the highest coverage value. That's the goal for me. If I can get that, I could give a shit about all the other armor pieces out there, because I don't need it. As long as I have those values, I'm immune to damage from 99% of the sources in the game. They'll try to hit me, and it won't penetrate the basic armor. Assuming 100% coverage, like survivor armor, things like that. Anything else, if it has less coverage value, you're going to take hits on occasion when it slips past that coverage amount. But the hard thing I can't seem to get across to people is, if you have 18-18 protection, you're golden. You're not going to get damaged by anything except for extreme circumstance enemies, like maybe a Predator, a Hulk smash, things like that, which you should be avoiding anyway. The one and only thing you are protecting yourself against beyond that protection value is gunfire. If you're getting shot, you're already screwing up. So that's my philosophy. If somebody's shooting at me, I already done screwed up. I should be fixing that problem. They should not be shooting at me. So fix that, not fix the one in whatever your skill level chance is of getting shot and then surviving the experience just because you're wearing this stupidly heavy, stupidly badly covering piece of gear that's only going to actually come into play and save your life in 1 in a million circumstances, but it's going to affect your life because of the weight and the encumbrance 99.9% of the time. It's a terrible value proposition. Terrible. So all you people that get bent about the high values on Isapi vests, you really don't understand what's going on, and you shouldn't be wearing the stupid thing. Who cares what its value is? It could be a million, I wouldn't care, because it's effectively useless to me. I either get shot in the eyeball when a turret shoots at me, or I don't get shot at. Those are the two things. Getting shot in the chest and maybe having the Isapi value 85% of the time stop a portion of the damage or stop all of it is never going to save my life. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. I'm either not going to get shot because I'm good and I know what I'm doing and I'm cautious. If I do happen to get shot, I'm going to get shot in the face anyway. So you guys can have your Isapi vest. The point of the long episode, or the long dialogue, though, is you only need protection up to a certain level. Layering on more above that is going to protect you in only extreme circumstances, but you're giving yourself big negatives for encumbrance and weight that is going to always affect you, just for the small chance that you're going to save your life if you happen to step into a fire. So you guys make the choice. I just want to educate so that everybody knows just what's happening and the good and bad reasons to use it. If you feel it's valuable for you and you're super paranoid about getting shot at, feel free, wear it. If you've got a strength 18 character and you could give a diddly about strength or give a diddly about weight requirements or anything, wear it. It's fine. But if you play real characters, meaning 8 strength or lower, then you got to take serious considerations about what gear you're wearing. And as soon as you start slapping on all these pieces of hard armor and trying to start carrying stuff around, you're going to very quickly run into problems, because it's just not going to work. You're going to have to make decisions and compensations and sacrifices. But if you're always playing with all of the stat boosting mods, like stats do skills and stats do kills, and you start with 14 strength, and then you mutate yourself up to 20, and then you stack on the hydraulic muscles and so on, feel free. Do whatever. But just know the process. Know the math. Know how the mechanics work. And then make intelligent decisions. So, there you go. There's my speech. All right, let's, what was I doing before I sidetracked myself with a discussion on the stupid ESAPI vest? I think I was just dumping stuff on the ground, and I was comparing the Kevlar to the empty Ballistic Vest, which in my opinion is a good value proposition. I like the empty Ballistic Vest. Get the ESAPI, and then rip those stupid plates out of it, get it down to a nice 6 pounds, or 18 protection at 85. I like it. That's good. I'll actually use that. I'll ditch the ESAPI part and just take the ballistic part that's already got really good protection values. I think that is definitely worth it. So I'll go with that, because that'll already protect my torso for more damage than I expect to take ever. Assuming it doesn't bypass with that 15% gap. So yeah, I'll wear that instead of the Kevlar. So we'll ditch the Kevlar. We'll wear the ballistic vest. That is a good value proposition. And then what? I should probably technically swap out my eyeglasses because these are damaged more than the other ones, but I got to make sure I keep that second pair on me in case I'm away from my vehicle when this one gets damaged. So, are they here? They are. All right, we'll keep those with me. I think the rest I'm keeping. Yeah, I'm keeping the rest. So we've assorted that. What else is up here? I think I was going to keep the rest of this up here. We got it down to plenty of volume available in that basket. And some of this stuff I'll grab or need. So we'll leave that all alone. No, I didn't see a helmet on Snipey Boy. I don't remember there being a helmet up there. I usually would have grabbed the helmet. I don't have anything on my dome right now. I have a headlamp. That is the sum total of my cranial protection plan. But now that we're antibioticed up, and we're just waiting for inevitable death by suppurating pustules, who knows? I may not need any head protection if we're just going to succumb to the infection 4 days later. I didn't look at my map, though, while we were up there. Let's look at the map. What did we learn? We learned we already knew about a lab. We knew this was identical to that, so I think there is a building there, and in the light, I am a little more comfortable in moving down there. I wasn't comfortable doing it in the dark. Hazardous waste we knew, empty barn we knew, we got a prison, that's not a healthy place to go. We got another lab right at the end of the bridge, that's kind of funny. Instead of just accessing the lab from the land side, they built a bridge across the water. That's awesome fiscal planning there. Oh man, that's good stuff. Another radio tower. That's a pretty good position right at the outer edge of my current view range. They very nicely provided me with another radio tower. Here is a good potential spot right there. Dairy farm. That's a score right there. I think that's where I'm going. I can't remember if it has a water pump, but we're going to have cows that we could go out and we could introduce to our shotgun if we needed meat. We got the river right next to it for water, or the swamp right adjacent to it for water. It's got plenty of raw materials. I don't believe it has an inherent zombie population that spawns with the map section. It's away from everything. So currently, I'm liking the dairy farm. Plus, it might have a truck that works and a bike that works. So we have options there. This farm down here would be another one. We didn't check that one. When we made our decision, we got to here and decided to go this way instead of coming over this way. So we didn't know about this. This is a farmhouse. Oh, it's the farm with the orchard. And the stills. Is this? That would actually be a not too bad one also. Especially if we have access to the town south, the Guildhall town, if there's an opening in the forest here. It gives us access. I don't think this is part of Guildhall. It might be another separate endpoint. But then a short trip down into the Guildhall kind of depends on if there's an opening that gives us access or not. What else we got? We got a gas station, but we can't get to any of that stuff. We knew about most of the town. We got a little bit extra filled in. I'm not seeing anything that that wows me. All right. I think the obvious spot is straight up to that that dairy farm. We'll come up here first, maybe take a trip in here. This is the horse farm. This actually is another one. So the horse barn's out back. This one's also usually completely clean of zombies, so this wouldn't be a bad choice either. A lot of resources for me just to sack out for a few days, comfortable beds to sleep in, all that stuff. So I think we'll head north. We'll check this little house for resources. Run up and check the dairy farm, and if for any reason I don't like what I see up there, we'll backtrack and we'll come to the main farm down here. I think, yeah, maybe they don't have a water source, but we got the swamp right here, which will give us water. That's no big deal. So one of these two, where we're gonna live out our few days while we wait for the inevitable death by infection. All right, nothing else here at the radio tower I care about. Let's get moving. Oh, it's going to be nice driving around in the daytime. I might actually wait a little bit longer. Ugh. I am suffering from itchy nose syndrome. Let's drive through the fields. Maybe we can get a body sight. Get a nice soldier body sight with some, I don't know, RM13 combat armor. That'd be cool. I haven't seen that in forever. Scientist body sight. Give me some ID cards so we can get into the lab. Labs are pretty easy for me, so that's a pretty safe environment for me to wander around in. Although, I'd have to rethink that at the 150% speed rating. That would make bio-operators quite the nightmare. Oof, 150% bio-operators, good lord. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. I think I'll just park right here. Hop down and check that little outbuilding there. Alright, are we ready to travel appropriately? Got a little bit of healing done while we waited. We still got poor status. Not time yet to take my next dose of antibiotics. We're not nauseous. I should eat while we're not nauseous. I should have some milk before it goes bad. Slam down as much as we can and hope we don't vomit it back up. Alright. Here's the problem now. Now that I'm away from the city, I'm going to totally forget about the movement difference. And I'm going to fast walk my way into something that I am not going to have the ability to slow walk my way back out of again. Just because I'm not constantly being reminded that all the zombies are moving, or all the enemies are moving way hella faster than I am. Alright, give me some goodies. I want some goodies. I am not seeing any goodies so far. Empty, empty, totally empty. Fire hydrant, that's, or not a hydrant, extinguisher. That actually is okay, because that we can take apart. Nothing in the pantry. What do we got? Raw spaghetti and a drinking glass. Wasn't that yummy? Take the extinguisher. We're just gonna, well, let's just disassemble it right damn now. No, let's not. We'll wait. A zombie. I just flipped the door open, immediately closed it, but then my brain went, wait, what did I just see? It's a zombie scientist. Way over there, apparently walking his way through the woods on his way over from the lab. He's over, like, here, and the lab's way the hell over there. I'm tempted to chop this guy up. He might have stuff. Be funny if he tore me up. Let's not. Let's not take the chance. No unnecessary risks. Not until I know for sure if we're going to survive this infection. Alright, I don't care about the food in the fields. I can't be bothered to deal with that stuff. Alright, we haven't vomited. That's good. So we got a fire extinguisher. Okay, before we move. Disassemble. fire extinguisher. So the reason you get happy about seeing these is because when you take it apart, you get a rubber hose and a steel jerry can, one of the best portable liquid containers you can get. That's what you need if you need to grab a bunch of liquid, whether it's siphoning out of a vehicle for another vehicle that's not nearby or whatever. But realize you can get a steel jerry can and a rubber hose out of a large fire extinguisher. You do need a tool. I think it's a wrench to take it apart. So we're going to do that, and there are our parts. I already have a rubber hose. Take those two, though. And we'll drop them back here for use later. For hydration purposes, most likely. I'll fill that up with clean water. So as we travel, we've got that available to us. And there we threw up. Nice warm milk and some stomach acids just spewed up all over the interior of my vehicle. I'm sure that's fine. Run him over. He's too far deep into the forest, I think. And I'm loath to run things over in vehicles. Oh, never mind. He's not from the lab. It's a science body site. Why didn't I think of that? What do we got? We got a fetus. They put a fetus out on the ground. That's not funny. That's not funny. That is not even a little funny. It's disturbing. It's disturbing. It's not funny. Alright, what do we got? Gallon jug of ammonia. I'd like it for the gallon jug. I already got a canteen. Not even an ID card. You couldn't even give me an ID card. I found a body site, 25% item drop rate, and you couldn't give me an ID card. Thanks, game. Another memory card. I've already got an empty one, though. So, small chance if we kill the scientist, he'll have one. Alright, let's fight the scientist. I don't want to run him over in the van. I would do it normally, but I want to keep the van in good shape. Let's get a little bit of a distance here. Alright, come here, zombie. No, don't be chasing any animals. Let's try the katana. If I get in trouble, I'll dive back into the van, so let's fight him. Yeah, let's fight him over here. Look at him teleport 2 spaces at a time. That is hilarious. Fail 1. Oh crap! I screwed up again. Such a rookie move. I'm still wearing... No, I guess I am down to my 2 backpacks. I should have dropped the backpack while I was approaching. That was dumb on my part. I had an opportunity to unload a bit. So, there's a swift strike for 17. Now I have to get away from him for like 3 rounds in order to get my sneak attack back. I don't think that's going to happen. There we go. 36%, or 36 damage critical. He's at 2. 38 critical. One more like that will down him. The quick attacks, though, we're going to take 2 or 3 more. Wow. 4 crits in a row. 36, 38, and 40. But I damaged my katana. We did not damage the katana on his soft scientist flesh. So that's good. What'd you leave me? Please tell me an ID card. Nope. We did get a cash card with a good balance, so that's good. That'll keep me in vending machine food for quite a while. And we got a mid-level book for tailoring. Which is actually good, because now I can bootstrap my way through the tailoring recipes for the first few, and then we have the book to take us a little further. So that's okay. I'll live with it. We didn't get an ID card, which I would have been much happier about. But at least we got the consolation. And we got to chop up a zombie with a katana in the apocalypse. So now that it's been a little while, we have our sneak attack back. So the first strike I get is going to be a sneak attack. Bonus, especially if you pair that with the assassination strike. Get lucky. We're still hungry in our belly. We are under the overweight status. We are not. No, we are nauseated. Alright, engine. Come on. Don't give me no guff. I am a little bent that we found a scientist site and we didn't get an ID card, though. That's a little rude. Alright, where are we going? Far north. We got a ways to go. All I asked for was a soldier site with RM13 combat armor. Like that's asking too much or something. Hopefully they've got a truck up there that's got some diesel for us too. That would help. Sometimes there's pretty good vehicles parked out front of the dairy farm. I think it was the dairy farm that gave me a working quad bike once. And you're not living until you've had a quad bike in the Cataclysm. Especially if you don't know how to use the vehicle system. It's hilarious watching players that really don't understand the actual button pressing control of vehicles in Cataclysm, trying to drive a quad bike. Ah, look at that! We got a security van out front. We got a gun, and we got possibility for some Oh! I see it peeking. It peeked at me. It peeked at me. Quad bike. Quad bike. It might be operational. I can't tell yet. Ah, it's draining gas. So the tank has got a hole in it. And as long as I'm in the reality bubble, it's going to leak onto the ground. But that's a quad bike. Like I was just saying. One time, the game gave me a working quad bike. It was hilarious. It's been a while since I tooled around on a quad bike. Alright, there's the cows I also mentioned. Let's get this thing spun around. There should be a truck back here usually also. Yep, there's the edge of the truck. I think I'll park here first. We'll park here, we'll check the vehicles. Giant crayfish is going to come for me. Alright, let's go check the contents of the basket. What gun do we have and how much gas? 3 liters. And drivable if the security system is, if it's got the keys in the ignition. Not in bad shape. Maybe we'll swap. If I can get it started, if it's got keys in it, we might swap. Siphon the gas into this one. The engine's in better shape. Battery's good. Got a good tank. We'll see. First up, a Beretta M9. More 9mm. I don't want a 9mm pistol, thanks. Let's try to see if it starts. Nope. So, this is what I mean. I talked about it earlier. Don't assume just because it has a security system that you can't drive it. Always check it if you're in need of a vehicle. Actually get in the driver's seat and try to start it. Because sometimes it has keys in it, and you won't need to worry about the security system. So, in this case, unfortunately, no. So, we'd have to hotwire, which we're not going to try to do. So, that part's not helpful. No diamonds? No diamonds. You don't even need diamonds anymore. Why did they remove diamonds from the CVD machine requirements? I don't understand that. That was one of the few reasons to actually bother grabbing stuff like that. Alright, let's go around. I'm curious first. Quick lime. Good for making Prussian blue if you're suffering from some radiation problems. So, I was hoping for a working bicycle. Look at that. A perfect bicycle. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. A not perfect quad bike is the surprise. I just happen to be talking about some fun I had with a quad bike. Of course, the smart folks take out the trunk and put a cargo space in that spot right there. Then you have a super zippy, super small, super fast little vehicle that you can dump 250 liters of valuable loot into. Also referred to as total junk, that you people that have problems with collecting total junk like to fill up. Yeah, so it's draining gas. Otherwise in okay shape. How much gas you got? Oh, 8 liters. See, I could dump that into a steel jerry can, and then we could use that before it drains out. How about the other truck? What do you got? Never mind. I'm not concerned about 8 liters. Unfortunately, we're not tooling around in a standard gas vehicle, and this one's kind of messed up. 96 liters of gas just sitting there. I can make a lot of Molotov cocktails out of that. Alright, let's check inside. What do you got for me? Nothing. I'll take some aspirin. I'm not going to even bother trying to get into the gun safe. Ooh, a hard hat. Hard hat's pretty good when you don't have anything else. It's only 80 coverage, but it's 8/8 protection. 80 coverage on a brain pan I don't currently have any protection for. And if you're not aware, encumbrance for head means absolutely nothing. There is no negative, so feel free to encumber your head to high heaven. Whatever you can slap on your noggin to help protect, soften the blows is all bonus. There's no negative for high head encumbrance. Now, be careful. Eye and mouth encumbrance do have serious consequences. So if whatever you're putting on your head also covers eyes and mouth, beware and be conscious of what you're doing. But if it just says covers head, you could care less if it's fitted, unfitted, or how much encumbrance it has. It's all irrelevant. So I'll take 8.8 since I don't have anything currently for 80%. And we might take the boots. I think that's going to be better than the dress shoes I'm wearing. Even, well, unfitted might not be, but we'll take them both anyway. So we'll wear the hard hat. Take the boots. We'll compare. I know work gloves are terrible. I ain't wearing work gloves. And I want the blanket. We need a blanket. So, good. We covered a few things. Matches. Alright, we got our fire taken care of. Nothing else in the kitchen. That's a disappointment. I was hoping for something. Hey, open it. Anything in the trash? Nothing in the trash. And there's not usually anything I care about in these buildings unless I need a spare 60-liter tank for water. We can take apart these tanks to get 60-liter tanks. It wouldn't be a bad thing to do, because we could get a 60-liter tank, fill it up with some swamp water, take it with us, and then we could cook it into, or boil it into clean water at some point. Or I could do that now. I could fill a 60-liter tank, haul it over the kitchen, throw some wood in the oven, and then just quick cook up and fill that steel jerry can with clean water. That would cover our water needs for a while. What Tileset? If you just use the settings command in chat, you can always find out everything about my game setup and what I'm doing. So it's mentioned there. It's the MSX Dead People graphic tileset. Also referred to as Undead People tileset. Produced by some dead guy. Still, in my opinion, the best tileset to use for the game. Cleanest. It has by far the most tiles. And there are other ones that are being developed that will be cool. But if you want to go download it, just go to Google or whatever your search engine is and type some dead guy, all one word, and then either Tileset or Cataclysm or whatever. It'll pop right up. You'll go directly to his his GitHub page and download it. It gets updated, I think, about once a week with new tiles as they're added to the game. I'm not worried about this bike because we already know there's a pristine bike up above. Unfortunately, I don't think either one of them's foldable. This vehicle could run if the battery starts at a 2% charge. Engine's in pretty good shape. Shouldn't have to crank it too many times, but I don't want to drive around in a hippie van. Not for me. No thanks. So, do we take the time to get a 60-liter tank out of a vehicle or out of one of these? I assume these bulk tanks have a 6-liter tank. I could be wrong. The milking machine might also have one. Let's find out. I've never taken either of these apart. Let's give it a try and see what happens. Furniture there. Ignore the cows. What did we get? We did not get a 6-liter tank, so we just got random pipe and metal materials. How about the machinery? We did not get a 6-liter tank there also either. Alright, so no 6-liter tanks. Looks like they should have them. They don't. So, we got a massive amount of gas up there in the truck. We got a quad bike with a leaky gas tank. You could still do a pretty good amount of driving with it. Notice I just passed a bunch of time taking that stuff apart, and it still got gas. So it's a slow leak. That could take you quite a ways. Shall I zip around in the lot here? Whee! It's so zippy. It's so tiny. You can actually go pretty damn quick in it, too. Look at this. Whee! I love the quad bike. This thing's hilarious. We're leaking gas all over the cow pasture here. I'd have to break the fence to get it out. It would be hilarious to drive around in, but it's got a couple of problems. The leaky tank is one, and the trunk back here is busted, so I can't store anything in it. So, They're awesome, though. If you get a chance to drive a quad bike, don't pass it up. And let's verify. Oh my! Oh no, it's not. All right. I thought for a second there it was going to let me fold it up. I was going to get pretty happy if we had a foldable bike. Unfortunately, it's not foldable. I can examine it, remember it, or control it, but I can't actually fold it up. Actually, Honkhorn disabled. What? Wait a minute. What kind of bike is this? Yeah, it's just a regular pedal bike. It's not electric. That's interesting. I don't remember the menu popping up like that. When I saw 3 options, I got excited. I thought it was a fold option. Until I actually read the options and found out it is not. Okay, so bike we can't fold up to take with us. Quad bike we can't take with us. Lots of regular gas, which I can get gas lots of places. I'm not worried about gas. We'll make a note, though. 96 liters of gas in truck. Quad bike! Other than that, I think we're done here. We've got what we need. Only other thing I could do of minor interest would be if I wanted to spend a little bit of time here. I could take the 6-liter tank out of the car or the... Come on. The car or the security van there. This one's got a pristine 6-liter tank, so if we took a little bit of time, we could yank this out and do what I mentioned. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. It's worth doing. Oh, I don't have the mechanics skill, do I? Yeah, I don't have mechanics 1 yet. Now I want that popular mechanics book. Alright, well, we can't do what I was going to do. We need mechanics 1. I could get mechanics 1. I could show you how to do it pretty easily, but I'm not going to do it right now. We got plenty of travel options, so... Is this place good enough? I might just say this place is good enough and just stay here. I'm trying to think of what I would gain by going over to the other spot. I mean, we got a bed we can sleep on here. We got water source. We got food with the cows if we get in desperate straits. We got vehicles we can take apart. We got metal we can take apart if we need raw materials. We got a quad bike we can tool around in. Oh no, that's not a COVID cough. That's a Vorm has been talking for 8.5 hours. Sometimes at length and sometimes in an excitable voice. It's that kind of cough. My voice is actually getting a little rough. The throat is getting tickly. It is nowhere near a COVID cough. I haven't been teeing up enough. I only had 2 things to tea tonight. I think this place is good enough. I can't think of a reason to move. We can go kill crayfish in the swamp. Swamp has some other properties. I think this is probably a good enough place. So what we're going to do is we are going to sit in our car. We're going to zoom in on our character. I'm going to bring up the character sheet. And I'm going to say goodnight. It's been 8 hours and 14 minutes. I'm tired. My throat hurts. I need to go get some food in me belly. So that's it for me this evening, folks. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate the support and the viewership. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. I'll be back tomorrow streaming something else. I'm doing a lot more streaming nowadays. So if you want to keep track of what I'm doing and where I'm doing it, keep an eye on my Discord or my Twitter. And I'll try to let you know as far ahead of time as possible. A raid tonight? Yeah, we can check. I can check for a raid. But yeah, if you also have never seen or heard me before and you're interested in the game, make sure you go check out my YouTube channel. Thousands of hours, not exaggerating, thousands of hours of Cataclysm over on my YouTube channel, including a whole host of tutorial, new player friendly stuff to help you get into the game. Don't be too scared of it. It's daunting at first. You will die commonly and often and horrifically, but that's the fun part. And there you go. So, late stream? No, this is when I usually cut off. If you mean, am I going to stream again later? No, it's past midnight my time. I'm going to eat and probably go to bed. But, yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'm not sure what yet. Let me see who can raid. Who is out there doing something interesting that I can inflict you upon? Raid channel. Let's see. I don't know any of these people. I don't want to raid those people I don't know. I don't really have any good raid parties to send you to right now. I don't like the games they're even showing me that they're playing. I don't want to give them rewards for playing games I've never heard of. Sorry, no raid tonight. Another time.